Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. It is another lovely spring day here in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm getting ready to plant my tomatoes. Finally. Don't worry, I didn't plant them without you. So I'll get some things ready and I'll see you in a minute. The little blueberry that we planted not long ago is going quite well after all that rain. I was a little concerned, but it seems to be fine. That's our little sunshine blue blueberry. So now I've got sunshine blue, Denise here. Get a little bit closer. Denise here. And we have got, don't mind these, they're not weeds, they're poppies. And this is our blue rose blueberry. Doing quite well. Looks pretty happy. Not very confident we had any kind of pollination of our pink lady apples. It was raining a whole lot, and the next door plant that's the pollinator, the Granny Smith apple, had just finished mostly flowering. There's another little flower coming out on the top, but it's too late for these ones. Looks like we'll only get these blossoms here. So not looking good, but that's okay. It's only a first year whip. It's barely getting branches, so it can concentrate on getting some leaves and some roots this year. That's just fine. I'll readjust the horizontal little poles here so that it'll be taking the branch out there and horizontally up as far as we are going to go with this. I won't top off these plants, which means cut off the top so that it doesn't grow anymore at the top. I won't do that this year because it's pretty new, and I'll see what I do with the others. Our black currant bush is looking pretty happy, and it's got a beautiful long branch here, which might help to cover up the fact that it's still got a weird kink in the main stem. Still don't know how that happened, but it does have little black currants. Awesome. Just thought I'd show you the sad little state all that rain has produced in these seeds, which were not in my mini greenhouse. They were out in the rain. So this is what happens. They get moldy. They ain't gonna grow. So these are zucchini and pumpkin seeds, butternut pumpkin seeds. The smaller one is a zucchini. This is a rock melon. You can see the mold on that one. And of course the beans are just mush. So there you go. If you know there's a lot of rain coming, although I didn't know it was going to be for days and days, I thought it was just a day here and there. But if there's a lot of rain, cover up your seeds, as I did, but I only did cover them up for the first day or so that they were out in the rain, because I thought, oh wow, a couple of sunny days, and it was, but then I forgot to put the cover back on. Anyway, I have cleared out my greenhouse somewhat with things that are ready to go into the garden, and I did hear a tip the other day, which I think I've heard before and somehow forgotten. When you plant again, which I will plant these because I really do want pumpkins and zucchinis, it's been so hard trying to get things. It's just been crazy weather. You plant them vertically, like so. So then the rain, one of them was actually planted vertically when I dug it up, and that still didn't save it. But for average amounts of rain or forgetting stuff, plant it like that, and the water doesn't sit on it for as long. So the water drains through and it doesn't get crazy wet. So we shall see. We'll try that next time. These are my crocus bulbs, my saffron crocus. You may have seen a video earlier this year of me harvesting my saffron. I will put the link in the description for that. This one's still going, so I'll let that die back, but these two, especially since we've had so much rain, this is a weird split bulb here, I will be taking them out of the soil. If I had a cellar, which I don't, I would put them in damp sand. Apparently that's a thing. I really don't know much about that. I've never done that before because we don't have that kind of climate here. But you can see the bulb for next year is just here. So that's still growing. Probably shouldn't have pulled that off, but it's It's okay, no more frosts, I'm guessing. So I'll take these two out and put them somewhere dry and cool and dark, and hopefully they'll be okay over winter. Well, summer, autumn, winter. Here are my beautiful little crocus bulbs. I've pulled them out of the pots that they were in. I only do this when it's totally died back and all of the foliage is brown. The roots have naturally sort of died back a little bit, and I'm going to be very careful about keeping, I have washed them off a little bit, but I'm going to be very careful about keeping the outer skin okay and intact, and I'll put them somewhere inside so that they can dry off properly, kind of like garlic, and then they'll be safe to put away in an airy, dark space. I think I'll put them in my laundry on the shelf, which is a little bit dark in the lower shelf, so I think they'll be okay in a net bag. Harvested some little baby carrots. So colourful. It's kind of like a carrot bouquet, isn't it? It's just upside down. So many greens on top, but hopefully we'll do better with root vegetables once the nitrogens come out of that soil that they're in. So I already have 4 Thai pink egg tomatoes in these 2 beds, across these 2 beds. I will put another 2 or 3 in here. I'll put 3 small ones maybe. And that's where the trellis is going to go for tomatoes. Over here we have the lemon drop that I bought the other day. The rest I've grown from seed myself. These are black crim, big heritage. They're related to black Russians, so they're black, red, purple shoulders. Tigerella, they're a heritage variety, so they're a green tomato. Pineapple stripe, so they're not pineapple, they're pineapple stripe. They have a stripe when they're ready. This is a mystery tomato, but I can figure it out with my book, so I'll figure that out and I'll let you know eventually. These are my cocktail truss ones. They're my hardiest cherry tomatoes. They came up out of the compost one day and I've been doing generations ever since, so good to get a tomato that works well for you. So I've been growing these in Queensland after I grew them in Melbourne, and now I'm growing them in Melbourne again with the same genetics, so that's pretty fun. These ones are Thai pink egg tomatoes. I have too much of everything as usual, and they're too big, and I am going driving tomorrow, so maybe it's an early morning in the garden for me tomorrow. These are the pineapple ones, so they don't taste like pineapple, they're just a fruity yellow tomato, big heritage one. These are Amish paste. They look quite different to the other ones. Not sure if they just haven't had what they needed, but I haven't grown them before, so perhaps they're just a little different in the way that they're growing, in their growth habit. These are San Marzano, more paste tomatoes, so paste. Paste is the kind that you make sugo or passata out of. These are green zebra, a heritage variety. I think it might be an Australian variety, I'm not sure, but I've got quite a few of those. And only one of these broad ripple yellow, I think they're a currant, technically they're fairly small cherry tomato. That's looking like it really needs to be planted out. So the cherry tomatoes I'll plant out against the fence around the side of the house. I'll show you that in a minute. And the other cherry tomatoes I'll put between some fruit trees, just give them their own little frame and a bit of string to run along. And the ones that I really don't want to lose, the ones that I really want seed from, I'll put under nets, so fruit fly nets. And the rest will just have to go to chance. I was going to give away some of my tomato seedlings, but I'm up against it now because I'm planting a little bit late, not too late, but also there are the possums and the fruit fly, so I'm just going to overplant and be a little bit selfish, not giving my seedlings away, because I just feel like I'm up against the odds. We've had such weird weather, such cold rainy weather for spring in Melbourne. Well, it started to rain again. And we've been invited out for dinner unexpectedly, so that's the end of tomatoes for today, but that's okay. I will make it a priority. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having fun in your garden. I'll see you next time.